The Palestinians have been waiting a long time for these words. Based on the International Criminal Court's ruling that the court's territorial jurisdiction in the situation in Palestine, a state party to the ICC Rome Statute, extends to the territories occupied by Israel since 1967, namely Gaza and the West Bank, including East Jerusalem. This means Israeli military and political personnel could be put on trial for their part in executing Israel's policy in the West Bank and in the Gaza Strip. For the Palestinian Authority, it's a day to celebrate. Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammed Shtaya said he considered the decision a victory for justice and humanity and for the values of truth, justice, and freedom. The Palestinian Authority tried to pass anti-Israel resolutions in the United Nations in the past, but never succeeded. The ICC, however, could make it possible.
Always when we go to the Security Council, the United States of America is the one who really shields Israel from any criticism and prevents us from getting whatever sanctions needed against Israel. Today, the United States of America cannot do anything, to protect Israel, and as a result, Israel has to be treated as a war criminal.
One other party which could now stand for trial in the ICC is Hamas. The Palestinian terror organization is now under the jurisdiction of the court and could be held accountable for its illegal fighting methods. But the reaction in Gaza is positive.
What is required now is the most important step, namely practical and operational steps on the ground to bring the Israeli war criminals to international courts and hold them accountable for all the crimes they committed against our Palestinian people.
But some Palestinian residents don't share the optimism of PA and Hamas officials.
The decision is very late for us. As Palestinian people, we're living under the occupation injustice all these years. This decision should have come before. This decision, at least, will restrain Israel from its compulsive practices against our people.
Israel and the Palestinians are now preparing for a new type of battle. Armed with legal advisors instead of rifles, they continue to fight in the trenches of the Hague.